If you know that you should take better care of yourself but somehow never do, that's not a motivation problem. You're probably stuck in this exact loop. I'm Jack Henry, and I used to really struggle with dating. Then I started breaking down attraction psychology and behavior change like a mechanic breaks down a machine. I achieved dating abundance, I helped some of my friends achieve dating abundance, and now I do one-on-one coaching and make videos like these. If you see any part of yourself in the guy I'm breaking down today, the systems and tasks can be directly applied to your own life. So Frank's a guy who just doesn't prioritize self-care very much. He doesn't think it's worth his time to style his hair or to wash his face, because he's always told that people don't care about looks, they care about who you are inside. But the fact that he barely takes care of his physical appearance leaves him to have bad impressions with people, especially bad first impressions with girls. He's noticed that girls really do avoid him more than they avoid other guys. And this isn't just romantic rejection either, this is a platonic thing too, like girls just ignore him. They treat him like he doesn't exist. And this negative social feedback really does suck to experience. And it hurts his self-image, giving him negative self-beliefs. And over time, he's beating himself up more and more about this, leading to emotional issues and mental health problems. And these emotional problems are making it hard for him to focus on things that he knows he should do, like taking care of himself. And his negative self-beliefs that he's developed make it so he doesn't believe like he should be taken care of. And this sounds like a really sad situation to be in, but I've been there, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have been there at some points in your life too. And it's leading him to develop some negative behaviors, like not caring about his sleep. And this bad sleep he's getting is making it really hard to have discipline or self-control. And that's just reinforcing his inability to take care of himself. And that just leads to him getting even worse sleep. And it also leads to him not taking care of his grooming. So the whole loop just gets reinforced. I hope you understand the loop now. I have a list of 30 bottlenecks that I work through with guys that I coach one-on-one. And if Frank were in my program, the 3 biggest bottlenecks affecting him would be sleep, grooming, and female network. Female network is basically the amount of women that you know. It can be romantic, it can be platonic, just the sheer amount of women that you know. And if you don't know any women, it tends to really hurt your dating success. So now let's get into building these tasks. So for his sleep, we want to increase the duration of sleep that he gets each night. And the only way that you can really guarantee that you're going to get more sleep is to go to bed earlier. But when I've had trouble with sleep and I've been in a low disciplined state like Frank is, it's really hard to get yourself to go to sleep at a good time. So what I want him to do for his first task is to have a nightly alarm that tells him to take melatonin. Melatonin is great for making you go to sleep like 30 minutes after you take it. Just be careful that you keep the dose low. More than 3 milligrams literally doesn't do anything for you except for build your tolerance. And you don't want to build the tolerance because then you stop making melatonin on your own. Now that Frank's sleeping longer, he's going to have his discipline increased. And increased discipline means an increased ability to do self-care. And that's great for his grooming, but this is also going to help him get to bed at a good time even when he doesn't take melatonin. If you struggle with getting enough sleep, I've got a PDF that contains 5 other great ways to fix it. DM me on my Instagram the word sleep and I'll send it to you. The link to it is in the top of the description. Now to help him with his grooming, I'm going to give him a quick task to just take a shower every morning. This is going to keep you from stinking, but it's also going to give you a chance to wash your face in the shower, which he should definitely do. And it also is going to allow him to have wet hair, which he can then style with hair product, which I'd recommend. There isn't really an advanced system to this one, so let's move on to the next task. So to help him build a female network, we want to increase the amount of nodes in that network. If you think about it like all the girls you know and all the girls that those girls know, each one of those is a node because they can unlock more connections. It's kind of just an ADHD maximization way to think about relationships. And obviously increasing the amount of nodes that you have is just done by meeting more women. So the task I'm going to give him is that at work or at class, I want him to go up to a woman that's his age and ask just a quick fun question that acts as a conversation starter. Nothing flirty, just a nice small question that like he won't be creepy, but also allows enough room for the girl to reciprocate if she is interested in talking to him, platonically or romantically. I want him to do this until he finds one girl that does want to have a continuous chat with him. This should happen within the first or second try, and if it's not happening within the first few tries, he's got something else he's doing wrong. Once he finds a girl who is going to want to talk to him, that's going to give him a positive social response in his brain. And then that's going to increase his self-beliefs about himself. It's going to tell him that he's somebody that women find worth talking to. And these good self-beliefs are going to increase his external confidence. And that's just going to make it even easier to go up and talk to women. So he's going to meet more women. And that's just going to reinforce the whole loop. Also, something important to know is that women are more likely to trust you and want to get to know you if they see that other women trust you and have gotten to know you. So the more women in his network, the more women are going to want to come and be in his network. The second video I have on my channel is about this, so check that out after this. So if you remember this whole giant negative feedback loop, what is that going to look like now that we have the tasks? Well, him doing that morning shower task is going to help him have good grooming. And good grooming leads to good first impressions with people. And it's also going to help him with his first impressions by the fact that he's doing the fun question task. And if he's consistent, the women that he has good first impressions with are going to lead him to build a female network. And now seeing that women like him instead of rejecting him, even if it just starts platonic, it's going to give him positive self-beliefs. And that's going to help get rid of his uncontrolled emotions. Now, the fact he has good beliefs about himself means that he thinks he deserves to take care of himself. And his controlled emotions means that he has the capacity to do that. And now that he's taking good care of himself and that he's doing his melatonin alarm task, he's going to get good sleep, which is going to give him good discipline, which is going to allow him to really take care of himself. And that's going to reinforce the whole loop in a positive way this time, because now it's going to lead him to have good grooming. And now that he has a good female network, positive self-beliefs, and controlled emotions, he's going to be way more likely to have dating success. And now him having good grooming helps too, but I don't really want to draw a whole big arrow across the screen. But if you insist, here's what that looks like. So at the end of the day, with Frank having these personalized tasks made for him, he ends up having a good ending. If you want me to break down your negative loops and create tasks for you in a video just like this, DM me the word audit on my Instagram. The link is at the top of the description. I really hope you got some value out of this video, and I will see you in the next one.